What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Super excited about this topic. In today's video, we're going to be going over 4 side hustles that's going to make you money today in 2020. And the reason I wanted to make this video is because you haven't really seen authentic and newer ideas for side hustles. You've always seen the basic drop shipping or the basic Uber Eats or drive Uber or drive Lyft. All that stuff is great and that can make you money. That's technically a side hustle. However, I wanted to put a little bit more of a future spin on it. I wanted to put more of a 2020 grasp on the whole idea. So with that being said, let's jump into it. 5 side hustles that's going to make you money today in 2020. Going into the first side hustle that you can start today in 2020 that's relevant in 2020 is doing 3D tours for apartment complexes. So originally this idea came from a YouTuber that I watch, which is MeetKevin. I'll actually link a video down below with a more in-depth review on how to actually start this 3D tour business. And so you can go and watch that along with some other cool things down below to help fund the channel. However, essentially what the business consists of is building and filming 3D virtual tours for consumers to look online to actually feel as if they're walking through an apartment unit. Instead of seeing the 2D black and white tour of the unit that you're probably going to rent, being able to see, okay, well, this section right here is going to be the restroom and this section right here is going to be the bedroom. Nobody wants to look at that. It's so much better going on apartments.com or going on to the actual apartment complex website and being able to do a 3D tour as if you're actually going to be in the apartment. You get to see everything in real time. So it's really neat. And so a lot of apartment complexes are really, trying to do that. However, it does take time and it does take money as well. And so if they can actually subcontract that out, for instance, to you, you would actually do it for a really good price for yourself. However, it's going to be a lot cheaper for them no matter what because they're subcontracting it out to you. I'll leave the link down below for the actual camera that you can use and the actual tripod that you can use. It's a really easy setup. There's so many videos on YouTube on how to actually set up these cameras. And like I mentioned, I'll leave the link down below as well to the other YouTubers, MeetKevin. He has a more in-depth review and just synopsis on how to actually start this business. But this is a fantastic way to make money. I mean, this is probably one of the biggest things that I think can really, really lift off in your arsenal of side hustles. And like I mentioned, this is a great opportunity to make money. You can even make this as a full-time gig if you really did it. All you need to be doing is going to apartment complexes, reaching out to these management companies and asking them to do this for them, on their most popular units, their 1-bedroom units, their 2-bedroom. Get good at it, practice in your own home. The best thing to do is just to really be persistent and actually know that some of these things will take a little bit more work up front, a little bit more money up front. However, it's going to pay off in the long run. I mean, one virtual tour will pay off the amount that you pay for the equipment to actually do the virtual tour. So, I mean, it can range anywhere from $2,000 to $10,000 for a virtual tour for these apartment complexes. And so that's going to easily cover your expenses buying the actual camera and the actual tripod. So guys, like I mentioned, links down below to the actual video to MeetKevin so he can give you a more in-depth review, and then links down below where you can click and find the camera that you can use and the actual tripod. All right, guys, going into the second side hustle that you can do in 2020 is starting a t-shirt business. Now, this is one of my favorites, more specifically because I actually did this with a buddy of mine back in high school. My plan for this was to just start the t-shirt company, learn the logistics, the ins and outs of just building a somewhat easier barrier to entry business. And I just wanted to know, how to start the business, get the business bank account running, how to get this website going, how to contact vendors, how to, do some logistics. And so that was the main point of me starting this business at first. I just wanted to fail or I wanted to succeed, but either way, I wanted to feel what it was in between. However, we did pretty good at it and we made a significant amount of money. I think it was around $10,000 in the business bank account after it was all said and done of profit. And that was in about 5 to 6 months. So it's not too bad. Essentially, all you need is a good idea to put designs on. So for us, it was more of like a preppy lifestyle, boat wear. And, for you, it could be a little bit more of memes on a t-shirt. It could be, slogans on a t-shirt. It could be pictures on a t-shirt. I mean, there's so many things that people want to buy. I mean, there's so many different designs that you can actually get into. People want to buy anything. If it's on a t-shirt, it's probably going to sell. That's just the bottom line. The only thing you'll need to be good at is actually try to marketing that. So look, you don't have to get into Facebook ads and Instagram ads. We made $10,000 without even having to do any ads at all. And so, just make basic social media pages, do your best to, start the trend on your own social media pages right now. Get as much sales as possible out of your family, out of your friends that want to support you. And then try to transition to building a website like we did. And so essentially from that website, my goal was to get one sale from the website from somebody we didn't know. Now, thankfully, We got plenty of sales from people from like Wisconsin, San Antonio, Texas, and Connecticut, North Dakota. There were so many sales that we ended up getting, and this was just based on organic traffic to our social media pages from the support that we're getting locally. So guys, I highly recommend, if you want to learn the ins and outs of just kind of starting and dabbling in creating an actual business, also a really easy barrier to entry, this is a perfect business to start. It also makes a good amount of money, and you can get a good amount of money just out of friends and family that are willing to support you. Make sure your idea is somewhat trendy, pretty cool, something that you're passionate about. More importantly, don't try to mix your designs and stuff based on other people's needs. We talk about that in a lot of my videos, guys. Don't worry about what people think, okay? That's just don't. You got this. Be yourself. But above all, guys, t-shirt company, great company to do, great side hustle to create, and who knows, maybe it could turn into kind of a long-term thing and, actually pops off and gets going. So nonetheless, though, t-shirt company, great way to learn the business, the ins and outs, great way to make some money. And let's jump into third side hustle. Now, the third side hustle you can take on today in 2020 is running your local business's social media pages. Now, this is awesome. This is one of my favorites. This was actually the birthplace this was actually the start of my business that I have right now, Structure Media Group. Essentially, this was me running my local business's social media pages. This is where I really fell in love with marketing and sales and getting other people's companies, blown up, and actually, having a voice on social media, having a presence on social media. It's really, really exciting. Essentially, all you need to do is go to your local businesses. Go to your Chamber of Commerce website right now on the county that you live in and just see, what local businesses are there. Tax offices, insurance agencies, coffee shops. There's so many businesses that don't have social media pages or do have social media pages, but just don't have a presence. They don't post often. They don't really have trendy posts. They don't have, they don't have influential posts like with hashtags, and they don't do any marketing, techniques. They're just posting a post and trying to stay relevant. But if any marketing person knows, what they're doing, they understand that just posting is not going to work. There needs to be aspects in the post such as hashtags, captions, how the actual profile is set up, type of pictures, the type of day you post, the time that you post. There's so many aspects, and a lot of these business owners, they know how to do it. I mean, they start businesses, they're smart enough to do it. The issue is they don't have time. So when you go into these local businesses, you don't want to advertise or try to sell your product or your services as I can do this better than you. You want to sell them the fact that I'm going to save you a lot of time and headache, and you have to put it in their mind that, look, just posting is not going to get you anywhere. You need to be consistent. You need to know what you're doing to the fullest extent. And honestly, you tell them, hey, look, I know you can do this. I know you're probably, capable of doing it. That's not what I'm here for. I'm just here to save you time. I'm here to do it a little bit more efficiently for you and hopefully build your company the way it needs to be built. And then you sit down with them and you just get their social media accounts or you build their social media accounts if they don't have any. And you tell them, what's your outlook on the company? What are you trying to get at? Who are you trying to attract? What's your long-term goals? What's your short-term goals? And just really get into the nitty-gritty of their actual company. Be invested in it, guys, because this isn't a really important factor of their business, and they're trusting you to put their social presence in your hand. So, get good at it first, get good at taking photos, have a camera that's relevant, or your phone camera if it's a good one. Get a little bit of editing tools and know how to use those as well. Nonetheless, it's $0 to start this company. It's knocking on people's doors in terms of local businesses. And so I started this in high school. I did it with 3 companies that I was helping do their social media pages. Altogether, it was around $2,300 or $2,500 per month I was making, in addition to the job I had, which was at State Farm at the time. I was making pretty good money. And so, yeah, that was great. And that was in high school. And so it was a really fun gig. It built a lot of just experience in my head on how to do things and how to kind of maintain the relationship with business owners. And I've actually met some of my mentors along the way by helping these people with their social media pages. So that actually turned out pretty well. So guys, third one, run local businesses' social media pages. There's so many businesses that don't have a presence, or if they do, they absolutely suck at it. Like I mentioned, you want to save them time, you want to be more efficient, and you just want to build their social media pages. The fourth and final side hustle that you can start today in 2020 is selling items on eBay. Now this one right here, you're probably thinking, Mike, you wanted to put a futuristic spin on this. You want it to be more relevant in 2020 for the side hustles. This is an old one. This everybody knows. Well, yes, to be totally honest with you, this is one of the ones that's probably on every single side hustle video on YouTube. However, I needed to include this because guys, this is serious money. eBay is tried and true. There's a reason why it's on every single video, because you can make an actual amount of money using eBay and selling items on eBay. The best method that I found and that I would recommend starting with in terms of selling stuff on eBay is number one, where you're sitting. If you're in your home right now, look around, go upstairs, go downstairs, go in the garage, find things that you don't need, you don't want, your parents don't need, your parents don't want, and sell them on eBay. All you gotta do, I'm pretty sure there's a barcode scanner on eBay on the app, and you can literally just scan the barcode. It'll pop up and see what items on eBay are selling for that price. And well, it's free. So no matter what, you're gonna get a profit because it's already in your home. And so that's where I would start. And then once you kind of get good at that, you sell pretty much all the stuff that you can sell in your home. The next thing I would start to go is to garage sales and estate sales. Now this is where it gets interesting. You can make a ton of money just going to garage sales and estate sales, going in there, seeing all the things that they're selling. And again, have your app next to you. Scan the barcodes or type in the thing that you're buying or could potentially buy from these garage sales and estate sales, and just see what they're going for, what they're selling for on eBay. If it's more money than what you're about to buy for, well, that's called profit. And we like profit. So if you're going to garage sales, if you're going to estate sales, look for those items, scan the barcodes, see if it's selling for more than what you're about to buy it for. A great side hustle to tackle. You could do it on the weekends. You could do it the days that you don't work. I mean, it's a fantastic way to make extra money. In addition to that, there is some gems out there in terms of things that people are selling. They don't know the value of what they're giving out. It's insane how many people can make way more money just selling it on eBay in their chair at their home, instead of building this whole collaboration of garage sale, making it look nice and pretty for everybody to come. All that work right there, and they're probably not going to get anything worth what they could actually get it for if they just sell it on eBay. All right, guys, and there you got it. 4 side hustles you can start today making money in 2020. Please consider subscribing, giving me a thumbs up as well. With that being said, look out for content just like this on MyYurk TV.